Hello and welcome back for another video of Formula 1 Challenge 1995. Today is race 15 of the season, the Pacific Grand Prix, which takes place in Japan. However, this is not the regular Japanese Grand Prix, that will be the next one. So this will take place at the track of Aida, which is an absolutely unknown track to me, never raced on it, never even tried it, so let's just jump over to the qualifying session and see where we end up on the grid. Let's go. So here we are with the qualifying session starting the hot lap, and as I mentioned, I don't know this track at all. It took me a fair amount of practice to get used to it, to understand what's where, and surprise, surprise, I still suck at it, just as usual. So it's been a bit difficult. Maybe I could have used a bit more practice on it. However, we will just have to work with what we have and just try to get in some good result, well, any kind of result, to be honest, just to get a feel of the track under racing conditions. And in the meantime it's getting a bit dark, so not sure if there's gonna be rain or not. This part looks clean. And in the meantime we finished with a hot lap, but that wasn't good enough as Frentzen, who is in front of us, already beat us. So our next time gonna be, what's it gonna be? Yeah. So Schumacher will start the race from P1, followed by Hill as usual, and Coulthard on P3. Then Herbert on P4, Alesi is 5th, Panis on P6, still doing a great job there. Menzel on P7, probably his best qualifying result so far. Berger on P8, not as good as usual, but still way ahead of us by the looks of it. Frentzen on P9, Häkkinen on P10, and here we come on P11, so this is what our qualifying time was good for. Not a good position, but also not a bad one. So I guess I'll be happy with that. Barrichello on P12, Morbidelli on P13, Salo P14, Irvine 15, Gachot P16, and here comes our teammate Verstappen, who starts from P17, not too bad. This time there is no massive gap between us. Brundle P18, our BFF. Bouillon P19, Katayama P20, followed by Lamy on P21, Diniz P22, Badwer in P23, Montermini 24, and Inoue 25th, and Moreno closes the grid as most of the time. So here we are ready to start the race. The lights are on and the race is on. We're having a good start, over to Frentzen quite easily. We're up to P10, and after the first corner we're up to P9 because Häkkinen didn't have any space left thanks to Berger, so we overtook Berger as well, and now we're behind Menzel, who's wobbling left and right, and we hit him from behind. Still use this to our advantage, not a lot of damage, so we made a double overtake, which means P6 for us at the moment, and we're after Alesi while being chased by Panis. Got a massive dive on Alesi's side, and we're up to P5. And now it's Herbert on P4. We seem to be faster than him on the corners. So we go for a late break, try to outbrake him, stay on the inside. And that's done. We're up to P4. Here we go a bit wide, while Herbert has another loop but doesn't go for a move. So now we're on to chase Coulthard, who is on P3. So we had a great start of this race, and by the end of lap 1 we're up to P4. And around halfway in the second lap, we're already very close to Coulthard and having a look on the inside. Now we go for the move, try to leave him some space, works out well, and now we're up to P3. So now that's Damon Hill in front of us, and far ahead it's Michael Schumacher in P1. And we're started to open up a gap to Coulthard, which he will all bring back in the next couple of corners probably. And at the end of lap 8, here we are, or the beginning of lap 9 rather, here we are with Coulthard, who is very close and already having a look, but for now we just don't let him pass at all. The tires are gone by this time, so it's getting more and more difficult to keep the car on the line. And this is where Coulthard goes into action and goes wide on the corner and easily takes back his third position. And now we have Herbert in the mirror. We try to go back for the move. We hit Coulthard with our tire. Thankfully no big damage again. This car can actually take a lot. So we're still not too far behind Coulthard. We had another loop, but there was just not enough momentum left. We go again wide. Herbert is not close enough to try to go for a move, and we come out for the pit stop at the end of lap 10. And let's see where we can come back to after this pit stop. Is it going to be an awkward pit stop? And no, not bad. And for now it's 17, 18, so that's gonna be P19. Oof, that's quite a lot of positions lost. So the pack is still very much together. No big gaps apart from the first 4 or 5 places maybe. And now we're behind Lamy and going for the move. Try to squeeze him out, and he just tries to come back on the right, to the right, and well, this was more NASCAR than Formula 1, but still, what were you doing, mate? So I'm not sure if it means that Lamy is out of the race or just hit the wall or what happened to him, so I have no idea at this point. We hope he's alright. This was a pretty dangerous move. I had no idea why he pulled to the right so badly. It was the worst possible position to do such moves. But whatever, so that means we're up to P16 now, which is not too bad, but a couple of more collisions like these and we might end up in some serious trouble. And at the beginning of lap 13 we have a look at Gasho, but have no chance to make an overtake. So we'll just follow him through and get ready to make the move in this corner here. Outbraking doesn't work, he was way too far ahead. We don't want to repeat the same move we did on Coulthard a few laps ago. So we just go after him and try to properly outbrake him on this corner. That's exactly that was planned. So now we're up to P15. And as you can tell, I already lost it at this point. So definitely not gonna be a high result because we need to do at least 2 more pit stops. It's 41 laps, and with a bit of luck the tires can take maybe 10. and after that it's just gonna be driving on soap. So we'll have to figure out a way to save the tires as much as possible and just try to do it with 3 pit stops, which, well, not gonna yield any good positions, let alone points, because the pack is just way too close to each other. So we'll still end up chasing others in the mid-pack. As you can see here as well, we're still on P14. And now we go after Bouillon, hit him a little, give him a bit of a push through the corner. Again with touch, wheels and side pods and pretty much everything that was there. And now we try to push him out a bit, so he gives up and doesn't fight back for the position, so we're up to P13. And this is where, well, not this is where things started to get aggressive, because it's been the entire race like this. So I've been just driving like a madman, feeling more NASCAR than Formula 1. So we're after our BFF, so let's see if we can fight our BFF again. This time it's gonna be an easy overtake. And he backs off, so we're up to P12. And there's Irvine right behind us, in front of us. We may be able to catch up with him as well in the next remaining couple of laps. So yeah, so far it's definitely not a good race. Could have been a lot better. Too many mistakes. I don't think I had so many collisions throughout the entire season than on this race alone. But it is what it is. It's just not every race is gonna be a good race actually. So there might be some poor ones, as there's already been a couple of not very good races in the season. So this might be just one of them as well. And now we're up in lap 22, getting close to Inoue. Trying to go for the move. This is actually, by the way, after our next pit stop. We just go side by side. What's it gonna be in the corner? He brakes earlier. Yeah, we got the job done, so we're up to P20. P20. This is definitely not the best of races of the season. Almost too close to Katayama. And we go for the move in the corner. We're still side by side with him. And now he backs off in the next corner. And here is Lamy, who apparently is still in the race. And is still on P19 after he nearly killed us and himself with a massively dangerous move. The main thing is still going. I thought I DNF'd him right there. So yeah, this is the pit stop, not the previous one. So lap 23. And we just gave up the race. Well, not the best race. Actually a pretty poor one. At this point I just didn't feel like there is any point in keeping it on the track, because we could get maybe like 15th or something similar, which in the end, regardless, no points for us, no points for the team, so not much point in just racing back markers or be a back marker all the time. Besides, there's been a lot of mistakes, a lot of collisions, so probably this has been the best decision. And here are the current driver standings. Schumacher is definitely world champion now. And Williams may have a chance for the Constructors title against Benetton. So yeah, this hasn't been the best of races. Sorry for the lot of mistakes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the Japanese Grand Prix. Goodbye.